Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. For those who follow stock market, you probably noticed that for the last week or so, with all this situation in the Middle East, the stock market is very nervous. The VIX index, volatility index, was spiking to 28 or so. The oil price went up quite a lot. The maximum was $85. And yeah, who knows where it's going to. But is it a good time to actually use this opportunity, or is it time to escape from the stock market? It's up to everyone. However, I was trying to analyze what the big dogs are doing in these circumstances, and I went through the insider trades, and I was trying to find something interesting, and look at what I found. There was quite an activity from the insiders, and I found 4 interesting buys from the insider, and one of them is coming from the company called ServiceNow. I paid attention to this deal just because it was quite a lot, $3 million. The purchase came from CEO of the company, McDermott William, and it happened just 2 days ago. Let's have a look at the chart. So you can see the company, the stock suffered quite a lot. So it went down nearly 50% for the last 3 months or so. But it went down together with all SaaS sector, so that they are not the only ones. And in fact, the company had already their earnings report, which was not bad. And this is where the insider bought shares worth $3 million. For those who don't know what the company is doing, this is saying that the ServiceNow is the operating system for modern business operations. What they actually do, they do workflow automation, IT management, employee and customer experience, agentic AI, etc. So these are their main fields of expertise. Then next company I'd like to pay attention to was SoFi. Have a look. Just 2 days ago, the CEO of the company, Noto Anthony, bought 56,000 of shares, which is worth $1 million. Also, same with the stock. It suffered quite a lot together with many stocks during the past months or so, 43% down, and the CEO of the company is acquiring shares somewhere here. So in my opinion, it's a good sign for those who wanted to have the payment representative in their portfolio. By the way, this is what the company does. It's a one-stop shop digital bank and fintech platform. Their core business segments are lending, financial services, and technology platform. So it's a kind of neo bank without the branches. Just because I've got one representative from the payment system, which is PayPal or PayPal, I decided not to add anything else payment related, but it's definitely interesting player from the payments sector. And if we gonna look how the company is progressing, let's have a look at the earnings. So this is their past, and this is what's planned for this year, and then the forecast over there. So they're planning to grow quite a lot, quite fast. The only thing I don't like about the company is that they dilute shares quite a lot, in contrary to PayPal, which is buying back their shares. Again, next one, representative also from the payment system. So as you can see, the payment companies are suffering now. It's a company called Shift4 Payments. I find it even more attractive than SoFi, even though they have different functions within the payment segment. So the stock suffered a lot, almost 60% during the past half a year. And if we look at their also earnings, how they plan to progress, you see it's quite a nice track. But again, as I have PayPal, I don't plan to do anything with this company. But what was interesting about it, let's have a look at the insider purchases for this one. There were two purchases and they worth quite a lot. The first one was $13.6 million, and the second one just today, $2 million. It's almost altogether it comes to $15.6 million worth of shares bought somewhere here, and it's definitely a nice sign for those who were following the Shift4 Payments, and if you think to buy or not the stock, so the 10% owner of this company just gave you a sign that he is ready to own the stock at this specific price. What does Shift4 Payments do? They specialize in complex environments where payments need to be integrated directly into the specialized software, like a stadium or high-end hotel or a busy restaurant. And you can see where they work. So again, payment system, two big purchases worth 13.6 and 2 million. And one more insider trade which I wanted to show you was the capital management company called KKR, and this one is even more interesting from the insider activity point of view. Have a look. Since 9th of February, the company insiders were buying the stock, and have a look at the amount of shares they bought. Worth $5 million, 12, 4, 2, 4, 4. It's ideal kind of situation when you see the multiple insiders, not just one insider making multiple purchases, no, different insiders buying huge quantities of share. Let's have a look here. So the stock also been suffering for a while. In almost 2 months it went down nearly 40%. This is where the big purchases were happening, and this is another one, the latest one. What does KKR do? In very short, KKR is a company doctor and a giant landlord for the world's capital. They are one of the world's largest alternative asset managers, which means they invest in things other than just the basic stock market, like what BlackRock do. So the KKR is focused more on the private equity, real assets, credit and insurance. So it's quite interesting to see that, like for us, for the people who interested in investments as such, not everyone has an opportunity to buy a piece of a private equity, but we can approach from different door, so we can own a piece of the public company, which is KKR, which is focused on the private equity as well. So it's a nice way also to take part in a private equity investment through this company. Out of all of these examples that I showed, I'm interested more in this KKR just because the SoFi and Shift4 Payments, they belong to the payment segment, and I'm not interested in that. Then ServiceNow, it's a representative from the SaaS segment. Again, I've got the SaaS players in my portfolio, but the capital management company I don't have, and this one looks very attractive, especially now. What about you? What do you guys do in these kind of nervous markets? Do you stay away, or are you buying at the moment something, or are you selling instead? Please let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.